finna give your ass the game, man. You know I break it down. Come on, man, you know it's Bain.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to Bain Break It Down Forex. It's your boy Big Bain and this thing, and you guys guessed it. Another week, another opportunity for us to make some money in the Forex market. Let's get right to it. All right, boom, over on the dollar. Guys, we've had a nice rise up, and we're at a nice supply and resistance level or zone. I expect the dollar to fall. Again, this has been bullish movement, so we don't know if it's going to continue the bullish movement, but what we do know is there's a lot of selling pressure here as well as here. All right, and there's a huge fair value gap sitting right above this supply zone, so we could definitely see bearish pressure if the dollar happens to move up a little bit more to get that drop. All right, but bearish on the dollar. Our dollar, all right, our dollar is holding at this support level, even though we've been pulling back, and you know, we started to get this bearish structure. We've been holding the support level, and then we also just kind of broke this trend line right about here. All right, so again, here's a break, here's the retest. It just happens to be pretty deep, but it's respecting that support, so we could see a rise out of the odd dollar, but again, we also could see a fall because this is a bearish engulfing candle coming from this level of supply. So just got to be careful of, you know, what the market is going to do when it opens up. So set your alerts above price and below price to see which way it's going to go, but I'm going to say bullish on the odd dollar. All right, euro dollar, same exact thing. We were going up, all right, and then we started pulling back, making downtrend structure, but now we're at this major level of support or demand, all right, from a previous time. So we could just tap down a little bit more and then begin to rise on the euro dollar. But we also have a bearish engulfing candle coming from a supply area, so there's a possibility of us breaking support and falling. All right, so it's torn in between the two at the moment, but since we've gone down a significant amount and we're now at a demand level in a support zone, right, I expect price to rise. So I'm going to go bullish on the euro dollar. All right, pound dollar had a bit of a double top and divergence over here, and since then it's been making lower highs. All right, so all of this area, you know, prices stayed below, and again, we got a nice bearish engulfing candle, so we did sell this, but again, we're at support now, so I'm a little finicky about it, but overall, you know, it does look bearish. Just we may get a bounce from the support level rising back up to the supply level before it may decide to completely drop. So I'll say bullish just because we're at support for the moment, but potentially bearish after we get a rise up. We may get that fall down, all right, but we may, you know, just break above and continue rising. So it's a little bit tricky on GU, but for now I'm going to go bullish. All right, New Zealand dollar, again, same exact thing, right? We started this downtrend structure, we tapped into this demand level, and we started breaking above this, you know, these small highs, right? Right, with that trend line break is the beginning, right? And here's just nothing but a pullback to this little demand level here. All right, so we have the potential to rise from here, guys. So I'm going to say bullish on the New Zealand dollar, all right, over to pound, or no, CAD dollar, or dollar CAD, sorry. All right, and we're looking at it on the 4 hour. Let's go to the daily. All right, what you guys can see is that we're at a major level of resistance, and again, the dollar does look like it can drop, right? It looks bearish, so look how far we've been rising up. We consolidated, then we broke out, so maybe, you know, we can get above this, right? It just depends on how the week goes, but since we're at this major level of resistance, we want to see if the bears are going to show up to look to sell the dollar CAD. All right, so far it's still making uptrend structure on these lower time frames. All right, so for now, I mean, it looks bullish, right? But you know, watch out for the potential of a reversal here from this supply area. All right, but I'm going to go bullish on dollar CAD. All right, here on dollar CHF. So again, it has a little bit more to go to tap into the supply area before it drops. All right, so I'm going to go bullish initially on dollar CHF, right? But then as we get up into the supply area, I expect it to turn around and begin to fall. So bearish at that point, but initially bullish on dollar CHF. All right, here we go, dollar JPY. Again, my team bought this from the low, and we caught over 62 pips on UJ. So it still looks a little bullish, right? But we're sitting in this massive supply area, so we could see a drop. All right, and that will line up with the dollar dropping. All right, so you got to be very careful with that. Initially, we did a break and retest, so we could still rise. So it's really torn in between the two for a number of reasons, right? Because we got bullish market structure still to the upside, but then we're sitting in a really decent supply zone. So the price can do either one. All right, so again, just set your alerts above and below, and then once the chart tells you what it's going to do, then make your move. All right, but for now I'm going to go bullish on dollar JPY. All right, on pound odd, this is the play of the week. All right, I am in a sell already that we got into on Friday, and I'm looking to make 150 pips to this level. But guys, we can really crank it up, all right, all the way down, and you can see that it's 355 pips to the downside with the 50 pip stop on pound odd. I'm bearish. All right, going to a higher time frame on pound CAD, and you guys can see that I'm expecting a push up into the supply zone, and then from there I'll get into a sell, looking to make almost 694 pips to the downside. These pound pairs play, guys. Look, we got a decent move on it previously, so by the time we get here we can have that decent move down. All right, don't sleep on pound odd and pound CAD, but pound CAD I'm bearish. All right, moving over to pound CHF, and same exact thing, right? I expect to push up to the supply area because this is equal highs that will most likely get swept, and then supply will get mitigated, and then we'll fall from there. Again, looking to make 221 pips for 37 pip stop loss. All right, over to pound JPY. Pound JPY looks bearish, all right, but I can also see a potential rise as we've tapped into this fair value gap to the left here. Okay, so this is going to be very hard to determine what it's going to do. I'm going to wait until we at least get below the fair value gap, or maybe above the supply area, to try to look for any opportunities. But it's very in the air right now on GJ, so I'm neutral. All right, moving over to pound New Zealand, and I'm bullish on pound New Zealand. I'm expecting a pullback to this fair value gap into the area that we broke, and then from there, right, here's my position, getting in with the 135 pip stop loss to make 578 pips to this next level of resistance. All right, guys, bullish on pound New Zealand. All right, crude oil, guys, this is going to be a play or the play of the week, because there's going to be sanctions, or tariffs rather, that are going to be put on Canada and Mexico and some other place, I believe. But these are major suppliers to the United States for oil. All right, so if we're if they're getting tariffs put on them, it's going to increase the price of oil, guys. We took this on Friday, and we got in at around 72, and it pushed up to now 73. We've already made 100 pips on oil. We're aiming for it to go to 75 from 72, which is 300 pips to the upside. But I believe we will easily get to 80 next week on oil. So guys, please don't miss out on your opportunity to make over 600 pips on oil. All right, oil pays. All right, so bullish on oil. All right, very nice setup again with the bullish divergence, and the RSI shows the same. All right, so please guys, get in where you fit in for this week on oil, bullish. Okay, over to silver. Kind of looks like we got a bit of a double top, but you can see we just broke this high, so we created this new high, and we're most likely going to push down into these Fibonacci levels, possibly demand here before rising. All right, so I'm bearish on silver. bearish initially, all right, and then from there bullish. All right, just got to make that clear, because again, we are still in uptrend market structure on silver, right? We may not get that deep pullback. We may just create, tap into this fair value gap that we have so far, and then continue to rise from there. All right, so be careful of that, but overall bullish on silver, just expecting a little bit of a deeper pullback first before we get that rise. All right, over to gold is still bullish. We just broke this high, created a new high, and so now we're gonna eventually start testing this area that we broke, maybe this fair value gap here, maybe this one that sits here, and then maybe that demand zone here. All right, so again, initially bearish on gold, and then I expect gold to rise. All right, over to what is this, natural gas. So looking at it from a higher time frame, my team did make a good amount as we sold from here and prices getting down. It still looks bearish, okay, but I think we're going to get a little bit of a push up and then possibly that push down, but this could also completely reverse, all right, as we're sitting at a key demand area. All right, last time we were here, got up to the moon. All right, so again, that is a possibility. You guys just simply need to set your alerts and be ready for whatever may come. All right, so bearish on silver, but definitely potential for it to rise and reverse as well, so just be careful. All right, SPY, man, oh man. So I was telling my team all week that with the news that we had available, right, we were somewhere here and that we were going to tap into supply and drop, and that's exactly what we did. We had a sell limit order placed at the high. It got activated, put us into a sell, and right at the end of the week, we caught what is this, 67 points on SPY so far. So again, I still expect SPY to fall, right, even though we're at a bit of a support level right here. What I expect is maybe a push up like this, and then potentially another drop to the downside, hitting our take profit. So I'm bearish on SPY. All right, look at NAS, kind of looks exactly the way SPY did. Again, we had an order here that we got activated, and now we made profit on. So that was 286 points that the NAS dropped at the end of the week. I expect it to keep dropping. All right, again, we got a bit of a little rising channel in this area. All right, like that is a bearish reversal chart pattern, so it's looking pretty good to have a huge drop on NAS. All right, bearish on NAS. Last but not least, US 30, guys, look how beautiful this setup to the downside looks. Again, we got major resistance. All right, and then from here I believe we had divergence. Okay, yes we did. So chart was making higher highs, RSI was making lower highs, and since then we fell on US 30 and we made about 209 points to the downside. So I expect it to continue falling, getting all the way to this low at the 43,800 mark, right, or 900 mark. All right, and if we calculate that from where price is, we're looking at over 666 points to the downside. So bearish on US 30. Again, guys, if you want to understand how to trade and get to a point where you're actually able to see that you're making money from it, all right, make sure to come and check me out, forexwithbain.com. Click on the link for the Discord and let's get jiggy with it. All right, but in the meantime, in between time, hope you guys are doing well, and I will see you later. Peace.
Wanna get money? Wanna get paid? Master Forex, like a sensei? Then you know you gotta come and swing my way. And if you wanna fast forward, hit replay.